Hi, my name is Christy Washington, and I am a dyslexia interventionist for the Houston Independent School District, HISD. Today we will be preparing to learn about the final silent E. In this activity, students, it is required that you may have something to write on and something to write with. I would ask that you listen and participate along with your teacher. Excellent. So, what is a final silent E? The final silent E is silent. The E in the final position is almost always silent, and we would code it with a cross by crossing it out because you do not hear it being pronounced. Let's look at some examples here. Laps. Let's say it. Laps. We don't hear that final E. It's silent. L-A-P-S-E is how it's spelled, but when you're pronouncing it, laps, you do not hear that E in the final position. So it is a final silent E word. The next word we have here, else. Let's say it, else. I don't hear that E in the final position. We would code it with a line drawn through it in that final position, and it is a final silent E word, else. Let's take a look at another word we have here. Rinse, R-I-N-S-E. Let's say it, rinse. Do we have a final silent E in this word? Yes, in the final position. That E is not pronounced. I don't hear it. We code it with a line drawn through that final E. It's spelled R-I-N-S-E because these words all ended in S-E. That E was in the final position. We code that E with a line drawn through it. Rinse. Good job. Now what we're going to do, we're going to prepare by saying some words. You're going to repeat it after your teacher. Then you're going to sound out the letters in those words. Say the letters in those words, and then write it. So, as a reminder, I'm going to put that on the board for us to help us, okay? All right, so the teacher is going to say a word. You repeat the word. Sound out the letter in the word. Spell the word. And then you're going to write the word. All right, so let's take a look at it. I'll put it right here. Write the word. Here we go. So that will help us to remember the directions and what's being done for this activity. Say the word, teacher will say it, you will repeat it, sound out the letters in the word, spell the word, and then you'll write it. And when we're writing it, guess what? You're going to code it. Got it. All right, so let's take a look at some examples I have here. I have the word sense. Let's say it, sense. Let's sound it out. E, n, s. Let's spell it. S-E-N-S-E. They end in S-E. But guess what? When we're writing it and coding it, you will code it with a line on that E in the final position because you don't hear it. Let's go ahead and write it. S-E-N-S-E. How do we code that E in the final position? With a line drawn through it. Why? Because it is a final silent E. Good job. Let's do another one. We have the word tense. Let's say it. Tense. Let's sound it out. T-E-N-S. Let's spell it. T-E-N-S-E. Let's write it and code it. T-E-N-S-E. And how should we code it? Draw a line through the E in the final position because it is a final silent E and it's not heard. Tense. Let's try another one. We have the word dense. Let's say it. Dense. Let's sound it out. D-E-N-S. Let's spell it. D-E-N-S-E. Got it? Let's write it. D-E-N-S-E. Good job. How do we code it? We code it with a line drawn through the E in the final position because it is a final silent E word. Dense. And if you look at all of these words that we've practiced, these words all end in S-E, and they all ended with a final silent E. That E was found in the final position of these words. Good job. So for today's activity, we practiced the final silent E. And we said that the final silent E is silent, and they are in the final position of these words. We code them with a cross drawn through the final position of that E, which is a final silent E. If you would like to receive more help and support on the final silent E, please visit HoustonISD.org/dyslexia. Thank you, and you have an awesome day. Bye for now.